This is the sixth gate of Kammasaka Zen, known as the Hands of the Master. This is Dharma talk number 4. It's the interconnection of the sixth gate, Hands of the Master, and the sixth ox herding picture, riding the ox home. The Zen path. It's a quest. It's a quest to understand the nature of reality itself, and culminating in an experience of unity with the world and society and with others. And this journey is often symbolised in the 10 ox herding pictures. Now, this series is a series of images and verses that represent the stages on the path to enlightenment. And one particularly intriguing image is the sixth ox herding picture, riding the ox home, which signifies a point where the seeker has grasped the truth of the ox. The ox, of course, representing the Buddha nature, or true self. And they are now learning to integrate this realization into everyday life. In the sixth gate of Kammasaka Zen, Hands of the Master, these embody the seamless flow of wisdom and compassion that emerges when one has transcended duality and ego, and begin to act with spontaneous and selfless spirit. And then by examining both the sixth gate and the sixth ox herding picture, we can begin to uncover an essential Zen teaching: the integration of enlightened awareness into daily life. And it's a process that it transcends the intellect, and it tends to lead to an intuitive and natural state of being. So the journey in the sixth picture begins with this. The journey of the six pictures, begin with seeking the ox, which symbolises the pursuit of one's true nature, or Buddha mind. And each stage reflects the student's evolving understanding and mastery over this restless mind. So, initially, the ox is elusive. And this is symbolised in the difficulty of taming the ego and taming the desires that tend to obscure our clarity. But as the seeker progresses, they encounter the ox. They struggle to tame it. And eventually they bring it under control. And then by the fifth picture, taming the ox, the practitioner has gained a sense of unity and calm understanding. And their true nature has begun to experience moments of peace. In the sixth image, riding the ox home, the practitioner has begun the journey back, metaphorically returning home with this newfound wisdom. The ox is now calm and cooperative, and this represents the mind in harmony with the practitioner's enlightened awareness. So, this stage illustrates a profound shift. The mind and the true self are no longer separate. So instead of struggling for control or imposing effort, the practitioner just moves naturally with the flow and the rhythm of life, achieving what Zen calls effortless effort. So the sixth gate, it represents a seamless, spontaneous expression of understanding. And in Zen, non-duality is a state of being which the separation between self and other, mind and body, subject and object, it dissolves. And this gate represents an inner freedom, an ability to act naturally, without premeditation or self-consciousness. The concept of the hands of the master evokes the sense that each action flows effortlessly from wisdom and compassion, almost as if it's guided through by an unseen skilled force. And then in the Zen tradition, spontaneity is not random or careless, but rather it reflects a deep attunement to the present moment. And therefore this concept aligns with the sixth occurring picture, as it represents the practitioner's ability to ride with life's currents, undistracted and undisturbed by dualistic thinking, obstructions. And the practitioner has learned to ride the ox home, mastering the mind, so that thoughts and actions arise from a space of awareness and not from ignorance. And it's this process. It involves an interplay of knowledge, experience, and the ability to let go. And it's sort of like a master craftsman who does not need to think consciously about every stroke or every movement. The practitioner of the sixth gate embodies a similar intuitive skill. So, this phrase, the hands of the master, suggests an adaptness born of trust and inner nature, where every action is informed by compassion and wisdom. So, this gate signifies a maturing of practice. The practitioner is now the embodiment in the teachings, and their understanding is an expression of Zen itself. So when we look at the connection between the sixth ox-herding picture and the sixth gate, the sixth ox-herding picture, riding the ox home, it represents that pivotal stage where the separation between practitioner and ox, or seeker and enlightenment, disappears. Now, the image often shows the ox carrying the rider effortlessly, suggesting that the practitioner no longer has to strive to be mindful or to strive to control the mind. Instead, the ox moves naturally, embodying a harmony that has emerged from the discipline and the practice. And in the same way, the sixth gate implies a level of mastery where actions arise spontaneously from a place of inner clarity and balance. And then the phrase, the hands of the master, is significant because it suggests that the practitioner has achieved a skillful means of engaging with others. They no longer need to always make decisions or choose consciously to act with wisdom or compassion. And these qualities begin to emerge naturally. This is where Zen philosophy emphasized the concept of non-duality and spontaneity that we talked about in the previous Dharma talk. The practitioner and the ox, or the practitioner and the master's hands, are not separate. There is no distinction between inner and outer, self and other. So, in essence, the sixth picture and the sixth gate, they both point to the same realization. The beginning of Kensho. And this is not an isolated state, but an integration of profound insight into the ebb and the flow of life itself. And then through the sixth gate, the practitioner's wisdom has become so ingrained that they act with naturalness, much like the rider who guides the ox without effort. One of the core aspects of Zen practice is the dissolution of this duality, which includes the elimination of distinctions between self and other, subject and object, thought and action. So in conventional thought, spontaneity may be perceived as acting without foresight or control. But in Zen, it refers to an action free from the ego's interference, and it's arising from a space of true presence. This spontaneity it also refers to referred to as wu-wei, or effortless action, where the practitioner embodies the teachings in such a way that actions are no longer rooted in desires or aversions. So the sixth gate is a philosophical threshold, indicating a Zen practitioner's ability to act from a place of non-dual awareness. And it's in this state decisions are no longer processed through layers of internal conflict or through ego or second guessing. Instead, they emerge naturally from the practitioner's unity with the present moment. And this idea aligns closely with riding the ox home, where the mind has been trained and harmonised with such consistency that one's actions do not arise from force or contrivance. Instead, the journey home becomes as natural as breathing. And as this spontaneity is particularly significant in Zen, where intellectual understanding is insufficient for true awakening. We as practitioners must embody Zen, letting go of preconceptions, letting go of attachments, letting go of aversions, so to reach a point where we are wholly receptive simply to life's movements. Zen is life. Life is Zen. And then both the sixth gate and the sixth ox-herding picture embody the Zen approach to spontaneity, where this is where true mastery lies, in our ability to respond to situations without interference from the ego. Yeah. The sixth ox-herding picture and the sixth gate are not solely symbolic, but they also provide guidance on living a life that reflects one's inner clarity. So for a Zen practitioner, these concepts translate into a way of life, a way of life that emphasizes authenticity, emphasizes presence and simplicity. The journey back home after enlightenment is not an escape from worldly responsibilities, but it's an opportunity to bring one's insight to bear on daily interactions and tasks. So this integration, it challenges the practitioner to maintain their clarity amid the demands of daily life. The sixth ox-herding picture and the sixth gate, they serve as reminders that Zen is not a retreat from the world, but rather an immersion into it. An immersion into it with deeper understanding. So, the Master's hand, it represents an approach to life where the practitioner the practitioner is no longer driven by self-centered motives or outcomes, but they act naturally, embodying compassion, wisdom, but also with a deep awareness of the interconnectedness of all things. And just as the rider is carried effortlessly by the ox, the practitioner acts without personal gain, with a profound openness to the needs and the experiences of others. So I guess the conclusion from this is that this is a path of naturalness in Zen. The integration of the six ox-herding pictures and the sixth gate and capture the essence of Zen, of the Zen journey. A return to naturalness, a return to simplicity and clarity. And then riding the ox home is not the end, but a beginning. It's a beginning as the practitioner brings their newfound understanding, Kensho, into their home self, embodying the qualities of wisdom and compassion, and to do so effortlessly. So, the sixth gate, the hands of the Master, symbolises this maturity as each action reflects the profound spontaneity and harmony with life's rhythm. And its Zen teachings emphasize that true insight, it transcends intellect understanding. Rather, it is something to be lived, and is something to be expressed in every moment. And then by reaching the sixth picture and passing through the sixth gate, it's then the practitioner is able to embrace the fullness of life, free from the boundaries of duality and self-centeredness. Their present becomes a testament to the potential for all beings to live with wisdom, to live with compassion, and to live with joy, moving like a river in harmony with all things. And then the sixth oscillating picture and the sixth gate now offer powerful illustrations of Zen's transformative potential. By guiding the practitioner on a path towards life's true spontaneity, peace, and unity.